Hey guys, welcome back. So we starting now our last unit, that's optics. Okay, in optics we have two part. One is called ray optics, other is what? Wave optics. Hope you know meaning of them. If you don't know, let me teach you. Okay, so optics we divide in two parts. One part is called ray optics, as I wrote like heading here, that we learning here, and other part is called wave optics. So in optics what we do, we learn the nature of light and the phenomena it causes. Okay, yes, so there are two ways of learning the nature of the light and and properties of light. So in one topic, that's we calling ray optics. In here what we do, we assume that light is simply an ordinary beam only and is traveling in a straight line. How we assume in ray optics, light travel in a straight line, just like rectilinear motion. We have learned 1D motion, remember? Yes. So light is simply ray only or beam only and going in a straight line, that's all. And it causing some phenomena. So here we learn like your reflection, refraction, right now, all these things. Okay. Then in second topic what we do, we assume light as energy, right now. Large number of photons are coming, then what they are doing. Okay, so they causes some phenomena like we will learn interference, right now, diffraction, polarization. These things we will learn what here. Correct. So right now what we are learning ray optics. So here all the phenomena we learn by assuming that light is traveling in a straight line, is consist of what? Simply it's a beam only and travel in a straight line, right? So mainly in this topic we learned three important phenomena. If you remember, we learned reflection of the light, refraction of the light, and then a small part of this we learned like scattering and deviations. Small phenomena will come there. Okay, yes, mainly we will learn about what? Reflection and refraction, right? Okay, so I can write the first heading here, reflection of light. So basics of this reflection we are learning since very junior classes. We know what is this. So we know that when light's coming in form of a ray, this also called like a geometrical optics. Okay, yes, so light is coming in form of a ray, and when incident on the medium, okay, there's boundary of two mediums, like you say like light is coming through air, incident on glass surface, okay, or is hitting water surface, something. Okay, so when light incident boundary which is separating two medium, then what we know that some part of that light will go into that next medium, second medium, and some part will be reflected back, correct, into the same medium. So that reflection of that light into the same medium is called what? Reflection, as we know right now. Yes, so in short I'm writing here, look here, suppose this is some type of mirror, you call it what? A plane mirror, right? Okay, this is called normal, right? Yes. So when light incident here like this way, okay, we not sure, this could be like medium 1, this may be medium 2, we don't know what is that. It could be glass, transparent glass, or oblique glass, we don't know. Okay, so this is called your incident ray, right? IR, correct. So when incident at this boundary, the medium 1 and medium 2 are meeting at this line, so this is medium 2, let's say, then what happens? Some part of this will be what? Reflected, will go into the medium. That's a separate topic, we'll learn separately. Right now we're learning reflection, the part which goes back to the same medium, reflected back to the same medium. This is called what? Your reflected ray, correct? Yes. So when light coming and incident on a boundary, means which separating two mediums, some part of this will be reflected back into the same medium, right? It's coming from medium 1 and going back to medium 1. This part is called, or this phenomenon is called what? Reflection, and you know, right? Okay, so generally reflection in our syllabus we learn due to what? Mirrors, right now. So we have plane mirror and the spherical mirror, right? Spherical mirror, again we have concave and convex, we will talk all about them. Let's first see laws of reflection, very basic things we learned from junior classes also. So just we have two laws of reflection. Okay, what this law says? Yes, everybody know that this is called what? Angle of incident. Okay, this is called what? Normal, this line, Normal is what? A line drawn perpendicular to what? Your surface, right? No? This is a boundary of two surface and a line we draw perpendicular to this. This is called what? Your normal. So this is called your angle of incident. The incident ray which is making an angle with what? Normal. This is called what? Your angle of incident, theta. Okay, I represent by I symbol. Similarly, this is called angle of reflection, correct? R. This angle made by reflected ray with respect to again what? Normal only, right? Yes. So what's the rules we know? Laws. We know that always what happens? Angle of incident, you call it I, is always, we know that, equal to what? Angle of what? Reflection. Yes, we are learning since childhood these laws. Yes, the angle made by incident ray is exactly same as what? The angle made by reflected ray with normal, right now? Okay. Then what other assumption we make here? That these three things, what? Incident ray, reflected ray and normal, this line, this all are in what? One plane only, right now? Yes. So look here, I am writing short. Incident ray, you write it, reflected ray, RR, and normal. Okay. These three lines all lies in what? Same plane. What's the meaning of this? Suppose you put a torch here. You have put a torch here and this is a mirror. Okay. Then light will incident like coming on the board only, hit this mirror and reflect back on the board only. It doesn't come outward like that. Okay. It lies in a plane only. You know meaning of plane. The area bounded by two lines like X and Y. This region is what? Your plane. Right? So like you put a torch here, some mirror, anything here, it reflecting like that way, right? It's not coming outward or inward, right now. So what law says? Incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lies in what? Same plane. Correct? No? Yes. So I said reflection, any like two medium you have there and light incident at the boundary of these two medium, it will cause reflection. But in our syllabus generally we learn due to what? Reflection due to what? Mirrors. Okay. What we learn mainly? Reflection due to mirrors. Reflection due to what? Mirrors, right? Okay. And we know that what mirror we have? We have two type of mirror, right? We will learn here plane mirror. So in this lecture actually we are learning this topic, okay? Plane mirror. You know meaning of plane mirror, right? This is called a plane mirror, right? Straight, right? Then we have what? Spherical or curved mirror. They are called spherical or you call them curved mirror also. Here we have again two types as we know. One is called concave mirror, the other is called what? Convex mirror, right? Yes. So we'll learn about all about them, right? Okay. First what we're learning? Some basic things. Like three things will always comes. Okay. What three things will always come when we're learning this ray optics? Like object will come, then object we will have always two type. One is called real object, then we can have virtual object. Then image word will come. Image also we can have real image or we can have what? A virtual image, right now. So actually understand this. I'm writing small point here. Okay. Hope you know all these things. Like plane mirror simply like this way, then your concave mirror like that way, right? And convex. We'll learn about them separately one by one. Okay. Okay. So something called real space and virtual space. Small definitions I'm talking, which we will need to understand. Okay. What is the real space and what is the virtual space? Look here. You have a mirror, any type of mirror. Suppose you have three mirror. So this is a plane mirror, right? Correct. This is called front of the mirror, right now. Yes, it's polished from back from this side. So this is called front of the mirror. This is called what? Your real world. Real space or what? Real world, right? And behind this is called what? Virtual world. Virtual space. Hope you're understanding, right? This is a plain side of mirror. This is what back side. This is a polished side. Okay. Yes. So this is called real world, and this is called what? Your virtual world. So who defines this real world or virtual world? This is defined by what? Your rays. Which rays? Your like reflected rays. Okay. Yes. So in this space, what happens when some light come? They will reflect back into this, right now. So it's called real space, and this is only virtual. Same we can draw for all also, like Suppose this is your concave mirror, right? Then this is called real space, this is called virtual space. Correct na? Same way, this mirror, convex mirror, this is called real space, this is called what? Virtual space, right na? Yes. Same way, we define like real object and virtual object, okay? Okay, what happens? Look here, we know that in ray optics always assume that light start from your object and goes to like your mirror or any boundary or any medium, any object, right now? Yes. So, real object means what? Look here. This is your plane mirror, right now? You have put an point object here, correct now? Yes. Real object means what? From this point, your incident ray, this is okay, real and virtual defined first by what? Incident rays, okay, because rays start from the object, correct? So real object, suppose I am saying this is a real object, okay, this is what? Real object. What's the meaning of this? Light will start diverging from that object, light will start from this and they will come toward your mirror like that, right? You say like that. Now this is called a real object. Real object means what? Your incident rays. Which rays? Incident rays, because incident start from this, right, are diverging. Then that object is called what? Real object. So how are you defining real object? You define like this way. Incident rays are diverging. From this real object, what happens? Rays will be always diverging, correct na? But if you talk what is virtual object, then what will happen? These rays, okay, they appears to what? Converge actually. They are not diverging. They are what? Appears to what? Converge. Look here. So suppose this is your object, real object. Then how you draw virtual object? So look here, like this one. Suppose this goes like that direction, you incident it backward, that goes that direction, incident backward. Now here you see that these rays appears to meet, appears to what? Converge. So that's called what? Your virtual object. Virtual object. Okay. So how you define virtual object? Incident rays appears to converge. Yes, here diversion happening, right now, from real object, and your virtual object means what? Convergence is happening, okay, they are meeting at that point, right? Okay. I think I have drawn little wrong actually. Not my virtual image may not draw like this way. I draw a separate picture, okay, not like that, because this is become an image actually, okay. So same mirror only, suppose this one, plane mirror, okay. We are trying to draw a virtual object, not image, okay. I have drawn actually image. Look here, suppose some rays are coming like this way on this mirror, right? They will hit this mirror and reflect back. Suppose you extend like this one on back side, then they are supposed to meet at this point, right now. This will be what? Your virtual object, correct now. Let's definition remains same only. What is a real object? Incident rays are diverging from that point, that's what your real object. And what is virtual object? Your incident rays are supposed to what? Meet, or you say what? Converge. So virtual object is what? Once more, incident ray appears to converge, right now. Yeah, this seems to what? Meet at that point, okay. So that's called what? Your virtual object, right? Okay, once more, okay. What is a real space and virtual space? Real space is this front of the mirror. Here your reflected rays are really exist. How you define exactly more? Real space means what? Your incident rays, okay, sorry, not incident, reflected rays, you say reflected rays really exist That's really like light coming here, going back, right? Now, so here your reflected rays are really there. And in virtual space, what happening? Okay, your reflected rays are really not there. Just write it. Okay. Yes. Here really we have reflected light on real space. Here we don't have on this virtual space. Okay. Okay. Same way, let's define your real and virtual image also. Real and what? Virtual image. Okay, real space and virtual space is defined by reflected ray, and your real object and virtual object also defined by your incident ray, and now real and virtual image again defined by what? Your reflected ray only. Okay. Yes. So what is real? Look here. Suppose this, you have plane mirror, and I want to tell you that what's real. Okay, this is difficult, and I make simple. Take this type of mirror so you understand better. Okay. Yes, concave mirror. What is real image? Look here, some rays are coming from this object. Rays comes here like that way. Then you know that after reflection the rays will meet somewhere here, right? These rules we will learn later. Okay, here rays are really meeting. Which rays? Reflected rays. So real and virtual image is again defined by what? Reflected ray. Real space and virtual space, and these two things are defined by what? Reflected rays, and real object and virtual are defined by what? Incident rays. Okay. Yes. So this is what your real image. Real image. What is real image? Okay. Reflected rays really meet, right now? Yes. If reflected rays are really meeting, then they will make a real image. Then what will be virtual image? Look here, this concave mirror, this make real image. Then you know this type of mirror we will learn. Convex mirror, this make virtual image, right now. Suppose this is some object. Okay, so you want to know, look here, real image means reflected rays are really meeting. So opposite of this means what's virtual image? Rays are not really meeting. So suppose some object is this one, this is your incident ray, so it will reflect like that way, you know, right now. But if you extend this backward, it will meet here. That will make what? A virtual image. Correct? Yes. How to draw this ray diagrams we will learn separately when we learn this topic. Okay. Right now I am telling just difference between like real and virtual images and these things. Okay. So virtual image means what? Reflected rays. Okay. Appears to meet. Okay. Really they are not meeting. Is looking like that they are meeting. Okay. So this is what your virtual image. Clear? So three things: real and virtual space or world, real object and virtual object defined by incident rays. Incident rays are diverging, then real, or seems to like the converse, then is what? Virtual object. Okay. Image is simple. If reflected rays are really meeting, real image appears to meet, then what is what? So actually if you see, I said again one small thing wrong here. Look here, I said this wrong. What I am saying this here, real image is what? Reflected rays are really meeting, or you say is what? Converging, you say. Converging, right now. But here I said little wrong. Appears to meet. Appears to what? Diverge, you write. Okay. From this point if you see like rays will be like diverging. Okay. Okay. Now look here, one by one we learn these things. Okay. Reflection we learning, and generally we have three things to learn: reflection, plane mirror, spherical mirrors. Again we have two type. Okay, so let's learn one by one. So first we learning reflection due to plane mirrors, and today's lecture will be concentrated on this topic itself. Okay, so we learning a reflection due to a plane mirror. Okay. Before this, I want to tell you few more things, general knowledge. Look here, we learn rules that angle of incident and angle of reflection are always equal. So, you know that angle of I is always equal to what? Angle R, you know, right? Yes. Now look here, some small definitions I should tell you there. Something is called normal incidence. Look here, normal incidence. What is normal incidence? Look here. Suppose this is your plane mirror. I'm taking example plane mirror, and this is what your normal. Correct. Suppose a ray is coming along the normal itself, parallel to the normal itself, right now. A ray is coming in this direction, right now. This is a ray. Correct. So when it hit the mirror, obviously reflect back along the same path. This is called normal incidence. So what is normal incidence? Your angle of incident I is what angle? Look here. Angle with respect to normal is called I, but here line is coming along the normal itself, so angle is incidence called what? 0 degree. Clear? Then angle of reflection is what? What is angle of reflection with respect to normal? This is angle of incident. Angle of reflection is looking like tracing back. You can write 180 or you can write what? 0 degree itself, right now? Yes. Correct? Yes. So in this case, if remember that what I am trying to tell you, that if we learning mirrors and they say that ray is normally incident to mirror, means is hitting perpendicular to mirror, understood, means the angle of incident is what? Your 0 degree, right now? Yes. So in case of normal incident, what happens? If normal incident is happening on a and reflection happening, okay, then what will happen? Rays will retrace their path, okay. In this case, what happened? Rays retrace their path, okay, hitting perpendicular to the mirror or at 0 degree of angle of incident, angle of reflection also 0 degree, correct now? So this is called what? Normal incidence. Similarly, another word is called grazing incident. Let me write somewhere. I am writing here itself. Second point I am talking about this. It's called grazing incidence. This is a plane mirror. This is a normal. Suppose the light is coming along this parallel to mirror itself, right now. Means this angle with normal is what? 90 degree. Then it will go straight like this. It will not diverge from its path. It go like that only. So in this case, what happens? Your angle of incident is called 90 degree. So this angle of reflection also becomes what? 90 degree, right? Because they are always equal, we know, right now. So this type of incident is called what? Grazing incident, okay? Parallel to what? Your mirror, okay. So we were learning the reflection due to a plane mirror. So let's talk some basic properties of plane mirror. What is a plane mirror? What it do, okay? Yes. Okay, small properties talking. Property number 1. What a plane mirror do? Correct na? Plane mirror has a perfectly reflecting surface, right? Straight and perfectly reflecting surface. One side is reflecting, other side is what? Polished, right now? Yes. So let's talk. First we learned that what type of image it forms. Okay. Plane mirror always make a virtual image, correct na? Plane mirror, small properties I am talking, then I will talk some numerical properties. Plane mirror always makes virtual image. The image formed by a plane mirror is always what? Virtual, means the rays really doesn't meet. What's real image? Reflected rays should really meet, right now, or converge. This doesn't happen in what? Your plane mirror. Plane mirror always make what? Your virtual image, correct na? Yes. Okay. Then what happens? Plane mirror you have learned in junior classes to do what? Lateral inversion to do, right now. What is lateral inversion? Suppose you are standing in front of a plane mirror, you raise your left hand. In mirror it will be seen that you are raising your right hand, right now. Lateral inversion happens, okay. So plane mirror, I am writing plane mirror causes what? Lateral inversion. What's the meaning of lateral inversion? Left is seen as right, and vice versa. Yes. So if you are standing in front of plane mirror, as I said that you raise your left hand, it will be seen in the mirror that you are raising your right hand, right? Lateral inversion it do, okay? Yes. Then small other property, look here, small property is talking. So later when we learning this spherical mirror, we will talk about its magnifications and all these things. Right now we'll see here the height of the object image may be different, right? So that's called magnifications, right? So here magnification, okay, magnification, okay, let write full word. Magnification due to plane mirror is what? 1. Correct na? What is magnification? 1 only. What's the meaning of this? The height of the image is always equal to what? Height of the object. Hope you remember the what is magnification is a ratio of the height of the image by height of the object, right? Or the image distance by object distance, right? We'll define. So magnification due to plane mirror is always 1. What's the meaning of this? Height of image is always equal to what? Height of object. It doesn't magnify, it shows the real only, right now. Whatever the height of the object, same height will be seen for the image also in the mirror, right? And that image we know is what? Always virtual image, correct? So you can write like hi is always equal to what? H naught, right? Height of the image is equal to height of the object, correct? Then also I said magnification we say in terms of object and image distance. So magnification is 1. Say so the object distance and the image distance should be also what? Same, right? Equal. So image distance is always equal to what? Object distance. This comes from magnification also. Whatever v, that's equal to what? U, you know, right? Later we'll say that u we call object distance and we call what? Image distance, right? Okay. Then remember later when we learning these, we'll talk their powers and we'll talk their like focal length, all this thing, right now. Yes. So if somebody asks you that what is focal length, right now, focal length of plane mirror, then f will be what? Tell me how much? A plane mirror, plane, how much? What is focal length? Focal length is like where the focus, right? Where the meet really. So it's what? Infinite, we know, right now. Yes. So then we have focal length and power relations. So somebody asks you what is power of a plane mirror? Power is what we know? 1 by f. Yes, we don't know, we will learn later. Okay, is what? 0. Correct na? Yes. Power of your plane mirror is what? 0. Okay, if you have perfect reflecting plane mirror you have then, okay. Yes. Okay, these were small properties. Let me know some more properties may be there, like this one. Suppose you want to see your full image in a mirror, then they ask that what should be the height of the mirror, minimum height of the mirror. You want to see one object completely inside a mirror, then what is the height, minimum height of the mirror required? So you know answer already, that it should be half of that, right? Yes. So to see a full image of an object in the plane mirror, you want to see the full image of an object, okay, full, then the minimum height of mirror should be what? Should be half of the object height. Suppose you are 2 meters tall, you want to see your full image in the mirror, then the mirror should have a height of at least 1 meter, half of object's height, right now. And very important here that this, I said half we need, correct now. This does not depend upon what your position and what your eyes position. Like suppose my eyes are here, I want to see in the mirror, so I need one, suppose my height is 2 meters, then I need a mirror of 1 meter height to see my complete image. So this will not depends where my eyes, suppose I am watching from here, eyes are here, this will not affect, right? Also my distance, you standing very close or very far, this will also not make any difference in this rule, okay? Yes. Okay. This is small point. Now after this I will talk some numerical properties, okay? Some numerical questions they ask on what? Plane mirror, okay? Okay. So let's see one by one. So this is what general properties I have discussed with you. Now I am talking numerical properties. First property, let's talk numerically, okay? First question they ask about plane is what? Deviation deviation due to a plane mirror. Okay, 4 or 5 numericals we have based on plane mirror, okay, which they ask in exam, so we'll talking about them. So first is what type of numerical is called deviation due to a plane mirror. Okay, what is deviation? First, name itself says deviating from original path. That's called what? Deviation, right? Now, yes, we write a small symbol. Yes, dial symbol we write like this way, you can write, okay, dial symbol for deviation. So how you define deviation? Is a deviation from or deviating from the original path. That's called deviation. So how we define mathematically is the angle between your initial direction and final direction. Initial direction is obviously your incident ray, and final direction is what? Obviously what? Your reflected ray. So how you say is angle between or angle by which reflected ray gets deviated from incident ray. Yes, very simple to define. Look here, this is what your plane mirror. Okay, this is your normal, this is normal plane mirror. One ray came like this way, this is incident ray, call it. Then suppose reflected here, that angle is called R. Correct. Then what is the deviation here? Watch carefully. What was the original path? This was the original path. The incident was, suppose this mirror is not there, then it will go like straight like that, right? This will the path, correct? Yes. There is no mirror, this incident ray will go like that way, right? But finally it's going in this direction, right? Now, so by this much angle is deviated, right? In this direction, it's turned by what? That much angle. So this angle is called your del. This is called what? Angle of deviation. The original path, final path, right? Now, so this angle is called what? Deviation. So how you define deviation? Look here. Deviation is what in this picture? This is straight line. So this complete angle is what? 180, right? So what is this? 180 minus this and minus this, right? So 180 minus I minus R. But what we know? The first rule that I and R are always equal. So what is deviation? Is what? 180 minus 2I or 2R also you can write. So they can ask a small question like a ray is incident on plane mirror at making angle of what? 30 degree, right? Now, angle of incident 30 degree. What is the deviation produce? So deviation produce what? 180 minus what? 2I. Correct? No? Yes. This is what? Single reflection. Okay. They can ask you this question for what? 2-time reflection. There will be 2 mirrors, reflection happening 2 times. Then what is the net deviation produced? So single deviation, this one very simple, only 180 minus 2I. Simple question they can ask here. Okay.